Welcome everybody to another edition of the Motown's Wrestling Review. I am your host, Tony Motown Allen, the president of the Motown's Wrestling Group on Facebook. If you're not a part of the Motown's Wrestling Group, make sure you join. And today, I am actually going to review NXT from Tuesday night. Shout out to Mom. She heard that the CW is on YouTube TV now, where people who have YouTube TV can now watch NXT live, and I was actually able to do that. I debate on whether I want to do a review on it or not, though. But with Heatwave coming up this weekend, I wanted to get my review in for NXT. I was happy I was able to see it before Heatwave coming up on Saturday, I believe, and I'm also going to be doing my predictions for Heatwave as well. But real quick, though, I'm not really too thrilled or happy with the state of watching wrestling on TV now with all the different streaming stuff. NXT is finally on YouTube TV through the C-Dub, so I'm happy about that. There was a time I could watch everything on the YouTube TV. And I was spending like over $90 a month on YouTube TV, and now shit is going everywhere. AEW is still on YouTube TV, but if you have Max, you can stream AEW on Max. Raw, you can stream on Netflix. When Raw went to Netflix, at first I was pissed, but my lady, I got Netflix. Want my login? You can watch on there. So that was cool, and I had to pay extra for Netflix. SmackDown is still on YouTube TV, which is cool. Everything, all the PLEs for WWE is on Peacock, which I currently have. I had Peacock since they got rid of the WWE network, which what they came on originally. But now Peacock PLEs are moving to ESPN Plus, which I don't have. And they were talking about $29.99 a month for that. But they have bundle packages for like $17. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Now I gotta get another streaming service, and then my lady, You the MVP. I got ESPN Plus, which I'm just like, why the fuck do you have ESPN Plus? You didn't watch sports. But apparently she has that bundle package through her with Disney and some other stuff though. So I am actually able to watch it. But why do we need all these different streaming services to watch shit? Which is starting to annoy the fuck out of me. It's like that for wrestling. It's like that for the NFL. I believe the NBA is going in that direction as well as far as Major League Baseball, but I think the two worst, I'm not sure if they're the two worst or it's just the two that impact me the most because they're what I watch the most, is the NFL being on like Amazon Prime, fucking ESPN as well. I think some of their stuff come on Peacock maybe. I know they have like Christmas game on Netflix. And then I just went over the WWE stuff. The streaming it's going to be too much. It's just, you got to have this. You got to have this. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. But let's get on to NXT, though. NXT, the show kicked off with Josh Briggs and some dude with a mohawk. I'm not really sure what his name is. Fighting backstage, and then they worked their way to the ring for a Philadelphia street fight, which the match itself was pretty decent. I gave it a B-. The dude with the mohawk hit Briggs with the fart splash off the rope through the table, which Briggs kicked out of. Briggs ended up hitting a moonsault on him through the table to get the win. Thought the match was pretty decent. I gave it a B-. Even though Briggs didn't hit that moonsault solid. It looked like when he landed, there was more legs than anything else. Wasn't really a complete solid land on it, but still a factor though. It was good to see Josh Briggs get a win. And pretty interesting way to kick off things in Philly. Next, we have Ricky Saints versus Jasper Troy. And apparently, Jasper Troy is the winner of LFG Season 1. Okay match. No, it was good to see Ricky Starks again. I mean, I was a big fan of his, and when he was Ricky Saints, he was Ricky Starks in AEW. Music pretty similar, no different enough where like they can't get in trouble, but similar enough to kind of have that feel like you did when he was in AEW. He's still doing his thing. definitely a big fan of Ricky Saints, but wasn't a big fan of the match. Again, the match is C minus. Ricky Saints did hit him with a tornado DDT on the floor. Gavin the Ring hit him with another tornado DDT, and he gets the win. Again, the match is C minus though, but definitely good to see Ricky Starks again. Then we have Jordan Grace out there cutting a promo and everything. How she's so used to winning championships. She won everywhere she's been, and it's just not happening here in NXT. And apparently, her and Blake Monroe, Mariah May, has some programming that they need to get to and everything. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this match. I'm not sure which way this is going to go though, but stay tuned for my predictions for Heatwave at the end of at the review. I'm gonna have to pick one of them. Gotta pick one. And right after that, we have a 6-woman tag match. It's the Elegance brand, which is kind of cool because I've heard so much about them. I've seen them a little bit. This is the first time I actually seen them live on TV, though. And this is the first time I've seen M by Elegance. I mean, Dana Brooke, of course, is Ash by Elegance. And then we also got Heather by Elegance. And now we got M by Elegance. And they are the TNA Knockouts champions, and they announced all three as the Knockouts champions, so I'm not sure if they're doing a Freebird thing with this, which would be kind of cool. Again, I apologize. I haven't really been watching TNA. I'm just back on NXT now that I'm getting it again, though, so you guys might know a little bit more than I do as far as like the backstory on this stuff, though, but as far as the match itself, these ladies took on Fatal Influence, JC Jane, the double champion. She got the Knockouts title and the NXT Women's title, along with Jasmine Nix and Fallon Henley. It's kind of funny that the champion of that faction, to me, is the third least relevant person in the goddamn group. And yeah, Marsha Samovich was a referee for this match. At Heatwave, it's going to be Marsha Samovich taking on JC Jane and Ash by Elegance for the TNA Knockouts Championship. Predictions coming later. This match itself, I gave a D. I just wasn't really feeling it. JC Jane did end up knocking out Ash by Elegance to get the win, but the match itself, I did like some of the tag team moves from Jasmine Nix and Fallon Henley. Like I said, in my opinion, JC Jane is the third least relevant person in that faction. I do like them two with the combination stuff that they were doing. That was pretty good though, but this wasn't enough to say the match. I gave the match a D. Next up, we had the Canadian United States peace treaty bullshit that they were doing, which always good to see Chelsea Green. Love Chelsea, you know, of course, her being from Canada and everything. She's out there with all legal Ethan Page, the North American champion. Kind of wish Chelsea Green had the U.S. title for this segment and everything, with Ethan Page being a North American champion. Representing the United States was former Olympic stars Tyra May Steele and Tavion Heights. Tap out moment of the night. I just didn't see the point of this. I know this led to like them booking a mixed tag match at the next PLA. I really could have did without this bullshit, to be honest with you. I really could have. So, but we'll talk about my predictions, of course, after the review for NXT Heatwave. But I will put it on Chelsea Green like dice. And the main event, to see who's going to take on Oba Femi this Saturday at Heatwave. Trick Williams, whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Take it on Javon Evans. And man, it's kind of funny because I haven't been watching NXT on a regular basis. I do catch the PLEs, but I really haven't been able to see them. But why does it seem like these three are always involved? Well, this combination, these two and Oba Femi are always involved in the title picture every time I'm watching. But Trick Williams, of course, is the TNA champion, with the title upside down because he turned that place upside down. Very hard-hitting match on Trick Williams and Javon Evans, though. Jesus Christ, that kid could fly, he could move, he's fast, but he took a fucking beating. Them kicks to the face look fucking real. Like, if Trick wasn't really kicking him in the face, I'd give them props because they made that shit look real. Nasty spot in the match when Trick Williams threw Javon out of the ring onto the table. Almost overshot him though, but that landing would look pretty nasty. Trick hit the rock bottom, as the announcer called it, and Booker T was quick to correct them. That wasn't a rock bottom, that was a bookend. I thought that was pretty funny in the match. But yeah, Trick definitely looked like he had this match won. Obafemi, of course, was watching, but when they went back to where Obafemi was at, Mike Santana was up there, was apparently him standing like way the fuck away from Trick Williams was enough to distract him for Javon Evans to hit a cutter. Then he went to the top rope and did another springboard cutter to get the win over Trick Williams. And it's going to be Javon Evans taking on Obafemi at Heatwave this weekend. So I'm not really disappointed that Javon Evans won. I was just kind of, I don't know what we'll get to my predictions on the match in a little bit. And the only reason I'm fine with Javon over Trick is the fact that we've been there, done that with Trick Williams and Obafemi already. Anyway, and Trick is the TNA champion. So, should be interesting to see how that goes. For the night itself, my tap out, of course, was that US-Canada bullshit that they had going on. My moment of the night was the spot where Trick threw Javon Evans out of the ring. It wasn't a Hell in a Cell getting thrown off the cell type moment, but it was one hell of a moment, without a doubt. And that was also my match of the night. I gave that match a B+, which was the highest rating for the matches that we had on NXT. So Trick and Javon Evans also got match of the night. Now we're going to fly through my predictions real quick for Heatwave. Blake Monroe is taking on Jordan Grace, and I got and I'll be honest with you, I haven't really been following this. I'm kind of making my predictions based on what I saw today and what I know about these competitors. And some of these matches, it could go either way. Like it was really hard for me to make my prediction though. But I kind of went back and forth between these two ladies, and I'm going with Mariah May, Blake Monroe beating Jordan Grace. You got Hank and Tank taking on the Dark State. I'm not too familiar with the Dark State, so I'm taking Hank and Tank. I do like Hank and Tank. I thought I saw them when they took the titles from Fraxium. I thought they performed really well. I really like that team a lot though. So Hank and Tank got my pick on this one. The triple threat for the TNA Knockouts Championship. You got JC Jane, the champion, which I don't understand why the fuck that bitch is the champion. She was like the least relevant person in her faction. So now she was the least relevant person when she was in Fatal Attraction with Gigi Dolan and my boo, Mandy Rose. But she defended one of her titles against Marsha Slamovich and Ash by Elegance. I have a feeling JC Jane's going to keep her title, but I'm predicting Marsha Slamovich to win the title, and I'm picking her because she is the most talented woman in this match. Next up, we got Jada Parker taking on Lola Vice, taking on Kalani Jordan to determine the number one contender for JC Jane's NXT championship. This one could go either way. I'm not really looking at Kalani Jordan as a possible on this one. I mean, the two stars in this one, in my opinion, is Lola Vice and Jada Parker. And I'm picking Miss Parker. Hey, Miss Parker. I think it can go either way between her and Lola Vice, though, but I think it's time for Miss Parker to get dudged. Get her win. Next up, we have the mixed tag team matches, All Ego, Ethan Page, and Chelsea Green versus Tavion Heights and Tyra May Steele. I really give no fucks about this match whatsoever. They were already my tap out for the show, but I am going to pick Chelsea Green and All Ego Ethan Page to win this one. Main event, Obafemi versus Javon Evans. And by right, Obafemi should definitely should keep his title. I don't see why Javon Evans would beat him, but so many factors. Obafemi been a champion for a while. I can see Obafemi going to the main roster soon. There are so many factors that could lead to Javon Evans winning this. But I just can't pick against Obafemi, though. I mean, the dude is a beast. Obafemi got my pick on this one. I got him retaining the title. I don't think he's really going to get called up till probably beginning of the year for Royal Rumble, so he's got some more time to terrorize the people of NXT. So my first NXT review, now that I get on YouTube, I'm not promising I will do it every single week though, but you are going to get more reviews. And if I'm able to, and actually not if I'm able to, I am going to watch Heatwave though, so I'll definitely be back sometime this weekend with a Heatwave review. But my next review should be SmackDown. I might check out Dynamite, and if I do, I might do a review. No promises on that. We'll see how the show go. We'll make sure they don't put me to sleep. We'll see. But hope you enjoyed the NXT review. More to come. Make sure you join up, like the video and subscribe, and join the Motown's Wrestling group on Facebook.